Hey, sorry for the lighting. It's really weird, but I try to where you can see me. So, okay, I've already made a video about my depression, about my panic attacks, but I've seen videos where it's what is it? Uh, Depersonalization and things like that, and it's another thing that kind of comes with my territory of panic disorder, things like that. So, just in case, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's kind of hard to explain, but the definition says it is the persistent feeling of observing oneself from outside one's body or having a sense that one's surroundings aren't real. And I totally, that's how I felt. It started for some reason. This is all before like years before I even knew about all this. So, and why I do this now, at least, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think May is Mental Health Month. I might be wrong, but I'll look at it up in a minute. But anyway, I remember this happening way far back, like elementary school. I mean, little kid. Of course, then it didn't really happen as often. So it was weird, but it happened scarcely. So I don't know why. I guess I was in a way I was kind of anxious little kid. Just yeah, it did happen. But like I said, I knew nothing about it, and it was scary. So I wasn't too worried. It was kind of I was kind of freaked, or kind of it did help, but it got over it a little more quickly than I did before, or as I grew older for some reason. But as I grew, especially in high school, when with all the bullying and things like that, with the depression and panic disorder, the anxiety disorders, that's when it became a little more prominent. Like I said, the persistent not feeling real, the surroundings not feeling real, that's actually perfect for what I went through. I would feel, I don't know if y'all probably thought so, or if you suffer from this, but I felt very animated, I guess. For some reason, very just, I don't know, it was weird. Just like it said, like I was observing, or it was weird. And sometimes, even just talking about it or describing it to somebody, I guess it's like a mind thing I would experience. Or if I just think sometimes about those past experiences, it seems like it happens. It's onset. So it brings it on. So that, and like I said, like I said, in high school it would happen. I remember when it was young. When I was younger, I remember one particular incident. It was on the playground. It was as bad because I was a little more freer, and I could just. It was so. But like I said, when I got older, it happened in the classroom. So in the classroom, I'm not as free or anything. I have to sit, just basically, at the desk. So what I would do, what helps me for some reason to try to like ground me back into reality, or calm me down or whatever, I sometimes have to I don't know, just do something to when I can, it's not too weird. I try to make contact, not really weird or way or anything, but try to make physical contact with a person. I was for some reason, I think it was in a classroom too. We were doing a group project, and it came on, and for some reason it was just a friend. My friend was in my class. Anyway, I had to reach out and touch her hand or something. It sounds really weird, but I had to touch her hand or something. For some reason, that my brain touching that, like her hand, or sometimes if I can't, like touch a desk or just like a physical, like an object, just like, I guess somehow it reminds my brain or grounds my mind or whatever back into reality. Like, okay, it's okay. This is real. You're not like, you're not crazy, or it's gonna be okay. Just, I don't know why. It just helps me because, like I said, with that depersonalization, it kind of, like I say, I feel animated, or like something like about reality is kind of just like blurred a little bit. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. So there's that, and another thing is with that, the personalization, there's also like those things. How do I? Well, it's not really have to do with this personalization, but especially if I don't take my medicine, well, first of all, that's a little more prominent because I guess, like I said, with my anxiety or with the depression or panic, it's, if I don't take the medicine, to help with the, like, whatever it is, whether it's chemicals in my brain or whatever, I don't know, it's like, for some reason, I noticed, for some reason, when I sleep, like, if I, say, for some reason, I skip a day, for some reason that night, I just like, okay, that night when I go to sleep, I have these really, like, weird, it's almost like lucid dreaming, but it's like, when I wake up, I remember little bitty parts. I don't remember, it's not as prominent, or as, like, I don't remember as much as I would if I was lucid, but there is that, like, again, like, if I wake up, if I do remember it, how do I describe this, like, I don't know, I'm afraid somehow it would come to life. I don't know, not that, I just, like, I'm still in that dream or something like that. It's really weird. But, hold on. But yeah, it says the physical and mental symptoms are like, let's see, maybe feeling detached, or so, which is a big thing. Like I said, that's also another big thing. I'm just feeling inhuman for some reason, like just totally. And for some reason, sometimes if I when that happens, it's just, sometimes I'm like, am I going crazy? You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't really know what's going on. And like I said, I have it, let's see, it first happened in elementary school, and I didn't really know about it until, well, probably until I was 17, when I first started see a therapist, because then I described, that feeling of being animated or whatever, that as she came up with that, or like, like I was in a dream, or that's what, I'm like, okay, I did a little more research on this, and I'm like, okay, I understand. And this, like, this is what it is. It fits, like, the criteria and things like that. So, and for a little bit, it just seemed like I had the agoraphobia along with it, which I didn't mention in the other video, but, like, I was afraid to go outside or whatever, because I'm like, okay, what happens if this episode or whatever comes on and there's nothing I can do with that? Because I'm not going to go up to a random stranger and, like, grab their hand or grab an article of clothing, or I don't really, I'm not going to do that, because that, you probably will first think I'm crazy, or think I'm, like, trying to hurt them or whatever, but, so I can't do that. But, like, I don't will just, like, go to the store or whatever, like, the grocery store, and, like, just pick up, like, whatever and just hold it there and just like, because again, it looks like I'm crazy or, whatever, I'm like spazzing or like whatever. So I have to be real. For a while, I was really, really like scared. I didn't want to go out. So home became where, I could, for whatever reason this happened, I could grab something or somehow like, root myself back to reality. Like tell my mind it's okay. This is real. You're real. This is your body. You're fine. So, I remember. Let me see. I'm also like I said, I'm trying to put this into words. Like I said, I know what it is, like, because like I said, I've heard it, I've done research, but like how, so let's see. So it does, try to think. Yeah, like I said, uh, my medicine does help with that because, like, I could tell when I do take it, the episodes are less frequent because, like, of course, the I don't know if the panic or the anxiety, I guess they are in a way, they are can be the underlying cause. But if that's under control, usually this is under control, and I can pretty much function normally and efficiently. So, I mean, I guess I don't know if I guess I would have the depersonalization disorder. I don't really like I said, I don't know if I have the disorder or if it's just because it says it's persistent. It's not really that persistent. It's just like spells, I guess. It's not, or it's not very, very, like, I don't have it, like, it's not like every day or whatever. It's just, I guess when sometimes, like I said, not just the anxiety or whatever, it's just the stress maybe too. I noticed, like I mentioned in the other one, I have a little bit of claustrophobia, not too much, but I kind of do. I don't like being closed in. I like to where I could escape, or I could like take myself away from that situation. Anyway, so like I said, that video, I'm a cashier at Walmart, and if you, of course, good being, especially in Arkansas, but a good majority of people have been to Walmart. And if you noticed, the line, where you check out, they're quite close together. Well, especially if I'm in the middle, there's people in front of me while I'm checking out, and people behind me, usually the cashier behind me. So there's people. I feel like even though there's a space on this side, I still for some reason feel closed in because there's people on both sides. I don't like that feeling. Of course, I have to be careful because I can't not just like, oh, I have to be careful with my job, but there's that, and it's like I said, sometimes it does that for some reason gets where I do have a panic attack because, like I said, either I'm getting like nervous or so that I have noticed it like I've noticed, I think last week or something like that, I had that little like spell. Like, look, one good thing about that job, when you check out with the cashier, they rig up the stuff, so they have like contact with whatever that person is buying. But I still have to be careful because I can't grab something to scan it and just like, just like stand there and be like, I have to move on. Just so it does help a little bit because, like I said, at least I'm grabbing something physical and I'm I could still, or like the keyboard, I could press the keyboard, or it was just, or I've noticed I also hang on, you know the carousel thing they have the shopping bags on, you know, that spins. I noticed that when that happened last week, it was like either last week or a couple weeks ago. Anyway, when it happened, and there was for some reason like the little like wherever they hang the bags on, I grabbed onto it, and of course I had to be careful because I couldn't just stare at that either. That would look weird. So, you know, I stared instead. It looks a little better where the total rings up, where you know, like, okay, this is how much you owe for all your groceries put together, you know, and I just, okay, tell the customer, okay, this is what you owe, I just stare at the screen. I just be like, I still holding on to the carousel thing, because, like I said, for some reason, just like holding something, for some reason, just my mind, like I said, it kind of reassures it, to like, okay, you're okay, this is you're fine, this is your body, you're fine, you're in reality, this isn't a dream, this is your, you know, so, but yeah, just that wondering, what the heck, oh, something fell, that scared me, but I've also noticed that, oh, like I said, I don't, sometimes, especially when that does happen, I feel like I'm, you know, if you ever had like a panic, if you have panic disorder or a panic attack or whatever, that does happen. You know, feels like, oh, I'm losing control, like my mental health or whatever, or my mentality. That's the word. I'm losing my, you know, I'm going crazy. I losing my mind, and that's definitely part of it. Or at least for me, the fact, like I said, that's another reason why I try to calm myself rather quickly, because I'm just afraid if I lose my mind, I'm just gonna like have a complete meltdown, and especially in public, that would be embarrassing. Like I said, especially like if I'm like in this grocery store, or in maybe even just a parking lot, or maybe, or when I was at school, you know, I was in the classroom or the hallway or the lunchroom, or, you know, wherever, I would just like completely like, just like fall on the floor, or like, I just like completely just lose it, like, I don't know, like, just act insane. And I'm not like saying that as a bad, like, you know, making fun of me by it. I'm just saying this is what my brain does. This is what my thoughts go as. Just what, you know. And so there's that. Like I said, this is, like I said, I'm not making fun of anybody. Like I said, this is what I go through. So I don't make fun of anybody because it's not fun. You have to experience. It's something you have to experience for yourself, I think, to really grasp how very unsettling it can be, and how very frightening it can be to just like be, I guess, detached, or feel like you're detached from you or reality, to the point where you're just going to lose all control of whatever you do. Just like basically just go, like I said, just go insane. And like I said, I'm not doing that to make fun or anybody, you know, but, you know, it's, like I said, it's just the true experience. I can't put it into words. It is something, like I said, you yourself will have to experience, because it's, like I said, I could tell you the definition. This is what it is. This is how what I go through to the best of my ability. But because, you know, I've tried to describe it to friends and to people that, you know, I really care about, and, you know, people, and it's like sometimes I've actually had people have a friend, not with just this, but with just my, you know, the panic attacks, the panic disorder, that just kind of like brushed it off, like, oh, you're just nervous about this or whatever. It's nothing. It's, you know, just brush off. It's nothing. You know, it's all in your mind. Well, basically, yeah, it is all in my mind, but it's not just a little thing. I don't ask. That's what thing that it's like. I don't ask for this. I don't think nobody really asks for this. Not just this personalization only, but for like anxiety disorders or panic disorder, which is what, or depression, or any disorder really, any, like, especially mental disorders or anything like that. It's like it's not like, you know, it's not, I don't want it, you know. I would do anything to, if I could just say, oh, you know, like, if somehow I could take a pill that would, like, cure it, not just, like, help where I can function, you know, just actually make it, I mean, like, go away, to where I don't have to take it every day, just take maybe, like, just like a dose of, like, you know, just like antibiotics or whatever to cure it. So, and yeah, it's just, I guess that's, you know, it's so much more. Just, I could mention other things. I don't know, but anyway, it's just, yeah. So, if you want me, if you want me to go into a little more detail, I guess leave a comment and give this a video a thumbs up. And if you want to, maybe what's your experience with this and how did you respond? So, and I'll see you in the next video.